YouTube, my name is Mesa and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, we've got a ton of Destiny 2 news to go over in this video, and we've got a ton of clarifications from Bungie regarding Shadowkeep, New Light, Cross-Save, Forsaken, and a whole bunch more. If you enjoy my content, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Let's get into it, folks. First off, we had a hotfix hit today, and no, it did not fix the glitch at the end of the Menagerie, where you can go back in over and over and put your chalice together and slot it for another drop. So don't worry about that. They didn't fix it. You can double, triple, quadruple dip into the final chest in the Menagerie. Alright, anyway, here's what they did fix. They fixed an issue where players would not progress the Imperial Summons quest. They fixed an issue where Sturm's Accomplice perk was not reloading energy weapons, and they put some notes in here. We are currently investigating an issue where Drang is the only sidearm that reloads when this perk is activated. And also, energy weapons reload audio may play more than once when the perk triggers. Next up, we have some things related to Eververse. So they fixed an issue where the Intrepid seasonal armor sets stated that they could not be obtained through bright engrams when inspecting within collections. They fixed an issue where seasonal Eververse armor could be acquired with random rolls. Moving forward, all Eververse armor will have static rolls. Any armor obtained prior to this change will maintain their randomly rolled perks. Next up, Griffin Bennett, the social media manager for Bungie, put together an awesome FAQ, which I will link in the description. A few weeks ago, he was getting a ton of questions about how Shadowkeep, New Light, Forsaken, Cross-Save, Steam, Stadia, how is all this going to work? Well, he took all of our questions and put a whole bunch of them in one document and answers a bunch of the questions. Not everything, but a good chunk of them. Now, the first topic is Shadowkeep, New Light, and Forsaken. So the first question is, what Forsaken and Forsaken annual pass content will be included in New Light? So that's referring to Black Armory, Season of the Drifter, and Season of Opulence. So the answer is Forsaken content available in Destiny 2 New Light. Remember, that's going to be free for all players to get them into the game. You will have free roam on all of the destinations. You will have access to the Strikes playlist, Crucible playlist, Gambit and Gambit Prime playlists, and also select annual pass content. Let me stay on this one for a little bit here. So select annual pass content. Now remember, Bungie is moving to an a la carte system where you get the base game of New Light for free, and then you can pick and choose what do you want to buy. So I'm not 100% sure if they mean, well, if you're new, you jump in with Destiny 2 New Light, you buy Shadowkeep, but you never got Forsaken and you didn't get the annual pass. Well, now can you go back and buy the annual pass because you want to play that content? Or is there no reason to? Because look, you have access to Gambit and Gambit Prime, and they're saying here select annual pass content. Will I be able to go back to the Black Armory and make some of those weapons that I really want? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. My opinion is more than likely it'll be a la carte. If you want to buy Forsaken, play the campaign and that endgame content in the Dreaming City, you'll be able to go to the Dreaming City, but you won't be able to do the raid or any of the endgame activities, but it'll get people to buy that stuff a la carte, and maybe even the select annual pass if you want to further explore those activities like Season of Opulence or Black Armory. Well, then you can choose to buy the annual pass. But remember, they're still working out all the details, and I covered this in yesterday's video where we have a lot of information, but they're still working out the details. The next question is, what Forsaken and Forsaken annual pass content will not be included in New Light? And we kind of covered this already. So what's not going to be in there is the Forsaken campaign, the Year 2 raids and dungeons, they're not going to be in there, and also the exotic quests. So it looks like if you want to get those exotic weapons or play the campaign, play those raids, get that gear or the dungeons, well, you got to buck up and buy Forsaken and probably the annual pass. Next up, we're going to discuss cross-save. So the question is, do players need to repurchase Destiny 2 on each cross-save platform separately? The answer is no. New Light will be available for free on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Cross-save will preserve all gear, character, and items across all platforms regardless of entitlements. Expansion ownership, Forsaken, Shadowkeep is tied to the platform store it was purchased on. Players will need to purchase expansions on each platform that they wish to play that expansion content on. So let me use myself as an example and read into it. So I play on PlayStation 4, and let's say I want to move over to PC for a little bit. Well, I download Destiny New Light on PC, got the base game there. I will transfer my gear, character, everything, all my items over to PC. However, if I want to play Shadowkeep, then I have to buy Shadowkeep. But it looks like if I want to play Forsaken or the Last Wish Raid or the Dungeon, Shattered Throne or anything like that, well, I got to go back and buy Forsaken again also, which I'm kind of fine with because at this point, I don't want to play that content anymore. I played it already. I want to play Shadowkeep and future content. What do you guys think of this system? The next question is, can players merge different characters, items, or triumphs from different accounts? The answer is cross-save does not feature account, character, or progress merging. Selecting a primary account for cross-save does not delete or alter the data of any other accounts. Will Destiny 2 support cross-play matchmaking between different platforms? No. Each platform will have its own matchmaking pool. But I covered in last night's video that Mark Noseworthy did say in that interview with Kotaku with Jason Schreier that they definitely want to do crossplay. They have plans to do crossplay at some point, but we don't know when. But they definitely have plans down the road to have crossplay. That I'm not a huge fan of, because for PvE, I'm fine with it, but for Crucible, stuff like that, I don't want to play against PvP players. Now we're going to discuss the move from Battle.net over to Steam. So the question is, which Destiny 2 purchases and entitlements transfer over from Battle.net to Steam? The PC migration from Battle.net to Steam will include a one-time transfer of all ownership rights that the player already owns, expansions, silver, accounts, seasons, etc. Can players pre-order Shadowkeep on Steam right now and migrate their Battle.net account later? The answer is yes. Players may purchase Destiny 2 Shadowkeep from Steam's product page right now and migrate their account at a later date. Lastly, from Griffin, we've got some information regarding Stadia, Google's platform. So the question is, can players pre-order Google Stadia Founders Edition right now and set up cross-save from their account at a later date? The answer is yes. Players may purchase Stadia Founders Edition from Google's product page now and enable cross-save on their account at a later date. The next question is, will Stadia feature cross-play with Steam or other platforms? Stadia is its own ecosystem, just like current existing platforms. Stadia players will only be able to play with other Stadia players. Lastly, let's go over the This Week at Bungie for the 13th, and I will link it in the description, and there's two main things that I want to cover in it. One is Iron Banner. Iron Banner is coming back, and it's a little bit different for this season, and also a little bit about the Crown of Sorrow raid. So let's move into Iron Banner. Lord Saladin will return next week for the first Iron Banner of Season of Opulence. With a new season, you have a fresh set of weapons and armor available to earn. Saladin continues to offer Iron Banner bounties, but will also set you on a quest to earn your gear. In other words, prove your worth and you will be outfitted as an Iron Lord. So here are some bullet points. This season's Iron Banner armor is now acquired through a quest. Each armor piece will be granted upon completing its associated quest step. Each armor piece will be granted as a powerful reward. After unlocking an armor piece, it may be reacquired with random rolls through Iron Banner reputation packages and match rewards. If you are a veteran player who earned Iron Banner ornaments in the past, this season's armor is compatible with all Year 1 Iron Banner ornaments. Iron Banner packages have now been updated. Iron Banner armor may now roll with enhanced perks. If you're not familiar with what enhanced perks are, they basically will take a perk and, well, if it drops and it says enhanced on it, it will have a little bit of an icon on it, but it'll be better. Like you may have a unflinching sniper aim or something like that. Well, it'll just say enhanced unflinching sniper aim and, well, you'll flinch a little bit less, so you get the point. It also says new weapons have been added to Iron Banner packages and have a higher chance to drop on the first package you redeem. New Iron Banner shaders, an emblem, and Sparrow may be earned through objectives that that must be completed during Season of Opulence. And I'll be covering all this in my weekly reset video on Tuesday, of course. They also say that Iron Banner bounties will continue to grant rewards and Iron Banner tokens. Iron Banner bounties no longer unlock direct purchase for Iron Banner gear, as it's now acquired directly through the Iron Banner quest. Also, we are getting increased valor. So next week on June 18th, all the way through the 25th, we'll have Iron Banner, and we will have increased valor. So let me know in the comments section what you thought of the Iron Banner armor that I showed you before, and here's a look at the emblems and so forth, but I'll be covering all this in my weekly reset video on Tuesday. Alright, let's talk about some raid stats that they shared with us over on the This Week at Bungie. So lastly, let's talk about the Crown of Sorrow raid. So we got World's First. It looks like 535 Guardians got 24-hour completions, and for Week 1 completions, 45,475 Guardians completed it. And if you were one of those folks, well, you could log into the Bungie Rewards program and buy that awesome raid jacket. And of course, I have not even done the raid yet. I've been just too busy making content. Too much news. I have not had time to do it, but hopefully I'll get it done. I was texting with Toast from the WTF Game Nation guys last night, and hopefully we'll get a raid going soon. All right, guys, that's it for the news. Thank you so much for the support, guys. This past week has been a whirlwind, and you guys have been crushing it. So leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. And do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.